Want to tell you what a brand new day the Lord has made. A very pleasant good morning from Pinksville, outside of the nation's capital, Monrovia. Welcome to the True Breakfast Show. With so much energy this morning, so wet in Monrovia. According to my weather report, it is not just Pinksville, but the entire Moxarado is wet. Make use of your smartphone. Follow the weather reports in the morning hours before you leave your home, so you'll be in the know as to whether you are to walk with your ring gear. It's important. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, the peace-loving people of my Gibi County. Oh, the county that I love so dearly. And someone said, Augustine, with the optimism that if you give them the chance, if not the opportunity to serve at the level of parliament, you'll be asking for my Gibi to be legislated and made as a country. But mind you, we have all it takes. We have the Rappers International Airport, the biggest rubber plantation. We have Chico, Liberia, and you just name the rest in my Gibi County. And don't get me wrong, we can stay on our own. And there will be jobs for its citizens and residents. The name is Augustine Saah this morning. I'm pretty seated with Korries Karngar this time around. Sorry, last week, like I said to you, he was under the weather. And as such, he could not make his way here. Thankfully, God has answered our prayers. And he's pretty seated by my side this morning, sir. By side. Oh, yes. And someone is asking me the secret behind my smiles. Because I serve a living God. I don't know what about you. I serve a living God. Let me bring down the theme song and welcome my colleague this morning right here on the True Breakfast Show. Korries, good morning.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be here this morning. Actually, I announced, the momentum is huge here. Right. We are glad to be here. This is what we love doing best. And you brought something to my attention. You mentioned about his web by my side. Well, coming all you
by my side.
I gotta be God.
He's always by my side.
Be God. By my side. My man, do you know that when you sing that song,
listen to the tune like that?
Yeah. For me, that's also Bezo.
Oh, by my side.
I gotta be God.
What's it's good being together this morning.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I always told people my Friday is like a Monday to me. So it gave me so much time to prepare myself, to energize myself, and give you the best you can get for your day moving. So I always told people Friday is like a Monday to me when I'm on the radio.
A Monday to us.
Yeah, to us on the radio.
Yeah, so
yeah.
We make maximum use of Fridays.
Yeah, it's like a Monday to us. So we don't know how you take it. For us, we accept it as our Monday. Because it's often said, not everybody like Monday. Not everybody like Friday.
Monday, Friday.
Okay, there are people who don't like Friday. And there are people who also do not like a Monday. So let me give you the lineup. 8 o'clock this morning. We have our talking segment very shortly. Our talking segment will take on to 8 o'clock this morning. And of course, 8 o'clock this morning, thank you, Miss Wookie Dolo. Miss Wookie Dolo will be here. As you may be aware, she contested in the just ended election in Moxarado County, district number 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she will be here this morning. Miss Wookie Dolo will be here this morning. Wookie Dolo will take on to 8:30 this morning. 8:30 will take on Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe. Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe from my grandfather's county. Which district is that?
District 3. Yeah.
Wow. That man is said if Charlie had contested, Charlie would have defeated him, right?
We're going to be a serious elections in our country.
But Charlie went for the biggest offer. The big,
So
if not
one of the district.
One of the biggest offer, that is the vice presidency. So Matthew Fairplay Joe will be here. And of course, he runs on with us until 9:10 this morning. We'll bring you commercials, sports, a bit of entertainment. 9:15 will bring you the team from the Liberia Revenue Authority. We'll be discussing revenue generation. I'm told they got a new way now. Technology is advancing and people are storing. And that's why I see sometimes I find that people who have smartphones, they do not make use of the smartphones. The smartphone is not just in your hand to browse on Facebook. There are several reasons why. If not, the smartphone does a lot of work. So for me, if you have a smartphone and maybe you find it difficult to know the meaning of a word, it means you don't know as to whether you have the word, the W-O-R-L-D in your hands. I'm not talking about W-O-R-D. W-O-R-D is the word, but I'm talking about the word. Okay, that is you. The smartphone is the word in your hands, because what it does is whatever you want to research, you can easily do that. And that's what I gave a serious priority to, ensuring that there's always internet on my phone, and that is done through data. Sometimes I go hungry, but I do not prioritize getting my stomach so filled and big and forget about getting the data, because I want to know what is happening in the Russia, what is happening in the Ukraine, what is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in Sierra Leone. I can tell you, so I can be updated. And that's the beauty of technology. So those of you who got a smartphone, in the morning time you wake up, you don't know as to whether you're supposed to check on it to see as to where you're going. Whether if you have a light weather, because sometimes they tell you cloudy weather, sometimes they tell you there will be a light rain. You can see the drop of rain, okay, from the weather stuff. You know how to go about. You know what I did this morning before I could get to my vehicle? When I woke up in the morning, because I got two areas. First, I go to, when I wake up in the morning, the first area I go to is my WhatsApp. The second area is my email. I check my email. And then but because before doing that, when you open your phone screen, you're going to see the weather report right on your phone screen. So it helps you how to prepare yourself and get out. So that's it this morning. The lineup, Korries, you listen to the lineup.
Cool. It's cool. Yes, it's jam-packed. A lot of issues will be disclosed here.
Right, this morning.
As you said, we are here. We are here to provide the best, and of course, the best that we can offer. As long as we have the opportunity to be here. The internet is key. It's very important to our daily important.
And that's one of the strengths of RCR.
Yeah, the internet is key always. Once you enter this compound, you are connected. So let me let them know. Once you enter this compound, you are connected to the internet and to enjoy your day. Other people don't know how to cook, but we go to the internet. There are programs that up on the internet that teach you how to cook certain food, and they give you the step by step that you follow. And at the end of the day, you just see other people making life easier for themselves today because of how they make maximum use of the internet, and it's key to all of us.
Right. Yeah. So that's let me say thanks to the management of RCR headed by Laike Belete, the Director General. He has made his duty to ensuring that there is 24-hour internet. The only time you don't access internet here when the station goes off.
Definitely.
In a much that and that's the thing about it. We are not even using LEC. We are using
generator.
Okay, so we are not depending on whether water drive from the hydro or water is in the hydro.
Into the transformer power, we don't care.
I mean,
we are
in the employ of a man who controls, who is one of our, if not one of the biggest importers of oil and gas in this country.
Definitely.
So we expect
7 representatives.
Yeah, so we respect ourselves. This should be of no new anyway. So this morning we got a lot of things to delve into, and of course we will begin with the National Elections Commission taking us strictly to Maryland County District number 2, where there have been reports of some electoral fraud, and this morning we have decided to speak to this matter because from the time media reports, I remember calling two of our contact persons one of our contact persons on 2 different occasions, telling me about the situation in Maryland County District number 2. And I have listened to NEC press conferences when they are doing the reading of the progressive results. I do not listen, or I have not listened to her talking about the situation in Maryland. And Maryland now is Maryland District number 2 is becoming the area of sad attraction now. Why is it becoming the area of sad attraction? Number one, I said to you before the conduct of the election. Before the conduct of the election, there were a lot of broadcasts done here. And we even spoke with the spokesperson of the traditional council. They said to us that all traditional practices will be put to court or have been put to court because they do not want the interference of traditional leaders, if not the Bushmaster, into this electoral process. Because, mind you now, there are people who contested the just end the election that are not members of our society. Yeah, and there are people who are also members of our society. I'm saying of our society because I'm a member of the society as well. So there are people who are not members of our society, and there are people who are members of the society. So in order to provide a level playing field for all, the traditional council termed it necessary to postpone all traditional practices that are inclusive of the poor and the sandy societies. So I think there should be no way when there's any electoral problem for anybody to even ask the Bushmaster to come for some intervention, because the district and counties do have magistrates. The NEC also workers had as officers of the Liberian National Police, if not the Joint Security, were at those various centers. If for any reason that there were some problems, I think the NEC people should be fair enough, responsible enough to handle those problems with high level of maturity and responsiveness. So I speak this morning to the NEC chairperson. You've been making pronouncement. There have been some issues. I even listening to district number 4. I listened to team liability raising some issues. And another issue has come out from Maryland, wherein you've declared Anthony Williams as the candidate who is in the lead. But has the NEC come out? Because the NEC magistrate within the county and that identical area, Maryland, has been alleged of involving into electoral fraud, has been alleged of being induced financially, has been alleged of doing the wrong thing. I'm wondering as to whether these concerns have reached the NEC chairperson and her team, because in order to pave the way for a peaceful and a successful runoff, there must be some high level of transparency in the just end process. No matter the person's influence, no matter the person's financial strength, what the decision of the people should be the decision of the people. No one person should induce any other person. And that's why we have said to you over and over, even before the conduct of the election, we said to you, your magistrates should be people with high moral integrity, with high conduct, with high level of responsiveness. They should understand that these elections are cardinal, these elections are crucial, and as such, decisions taken by the people, they should be the decision announced. No one person should be waiting, or no one person should be should think that because this person has SYC, or because this person has been alleged of not doing the Liberian people job, so that person should not be given the mandate of the people. Maryland County is a site of attraction now, district number 2 to be specific. There are information, and this afternoon, I hope when the NEC is giving her progressive results, I hope that the NEC can update us until the NEC tells us that he has not received any complaint.
Official complaint.
Yeah, because it should also be predicated upon complaint, because the NEC will not go about looking for case. Okay, the NEC will not go about looking for case. So predicated upon that, if for any reason NEC, I think there's need that you update us as to whether you've received complaint. If you receive complaint, there's need that you tell us what will be the outcome, because there are reports of buses that were seized, and those buses were seized by the Bushmaster, if not the country devil, in other words. And later on, those buses were turned over to the magistrate within the area who is alleged of being compromised. who is alleged of being financially induced, who is alleged of taking action that are not of the people will. So in order to save peace in that area, to safeguard the peace in that area, the just honorable thing needs to be done. And that's why we crave the indulgence of the Honorable NEC and Hot Code of Workers to ensure that they update us on the matter from Maryland. Whether you've received any complaint and what are you doing with the complaint, because I followed you. You did extremely well with District 4, Nima County. When Gopu Garkon, Representative Gopu Garkon, registered that there were some level of intimidation that prompted some disruption in the electoral process. And you went about, you did your own fact-finding, and you told the wise that there should be a runoff in those areas that were disrupted. And you did the just needed thing. And then yesterday, you did the pronouncement of the results from there. I think that is excellent. So what is happening in Maryland County District number 2? It calls for the NEC to tell us, the Liberian people, tell the media, through the Liberian, I mean, the media, for the Liberian people to be in the know what is actually obtaining. Because this is one of your person who has been alleged of being compromised. The maestro of the area. This maestro has been alleged that she's compromised, that some money were used to induce her. Right. So you can have these kind of allegations and you go to speak to the media, you don't speak about it. I'm hoping that during your press conference today, you will speak to the issue of Maryland County District number 2. And if there are proof that when the country devil or the bushmaster seized those ballot boxes, I don't know whether that 1 or 2, but I think it's from about 3 polling places. The precinct has 3 polling places. If for any reason ballot boxes were seized for certain number of time and later on turned over to the magistrate, then there's need for some.
Not a good sound, definitely.
Yeah, there's need for some investigation, because within that time something could happen. Something could happen, and you can't just leave it like that, because you want to create a level playing field for each and everyone who contested in elections, no matter the person's status, no matter the person's size, no matter who's behind the person, no matter who doesn't like the person. Okay, these times you have political fights, but you and myself, we are not to be compromised in these processes. We are not. The media
play a neutral role and let the people decide what they want to do.
We are not to be compromised. An attempt to compromise these processes undermines the democracy of this country
and the credibility of
the election itself. Okay, so we hope that in your press conference today, you'll be able to speak to this matter, except for any reason. Again, I'm saying except for any reason that no one person has complained to you or no one person has informed you, NEC, that XYZ thing has happened in Maryland. Because ignoring, if you are informed, if you are complained to, and you ignore it, it is a recipe for chaos. It is a recipe for confusion. Okay.
Yes, fair enough. You know, when I followed the incident around the 15th of October, you know, where several people were said to have been wounded in that rubber clashes that took place in Maryland County, you know, that occurred in the Suroken district. District. You know, the coming of the traditional devil or the bushmaster. It happens again in the Lofa County issue, the by-election. Where there was a protest here, and we were told that the country devil came also
and brought the breach.
Yeah, definitely. It happened again. Prior to this incident, the spokesman of the traditional council released a statement that they suspend all activity as relates to traditional, ongoing in all of the counties in the country. Then coming up, to hear that traditional devil or bushmaster coming up, in the midst of serious elections ongoing, it is not a good sign for our democracy. We have international observers too who came, to observe the process. Country devil, traditional issue, election is about elections, I don't know whether those people went during the conduct of the election, whether they breached any traditional, even if they went against any traditional rules, norms, or values, they are wasting which, because the official spokesperson that controls, that speak for the traditional side has spoken and announced that will suspend everything. while the process of elections be going on, then you have to leave wherever you come from, to scare people away, let people escape from the scene. It is not a good sign. We hope that the traditional council will release a statement on speak to this issue. Chief Zanzakawa and his entire team, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, I'm told that the Secretariat Office of the Women's Situation Room released a statement recently calling on the Ministry of Internal Affairs and of the Wonder Minister Van Selif to intervene into this matter. It is not a good sign for our country.
Indeed.
This is about election. If people go to the process, it should be peaceful, make a decision, but not the issue about country devil or master. It's not a good sign. People hear this thing, it's not good for our country. So we don't normally hear this thing coming up from other countries, like for example, the election process. We mean to where you are, let the people go there to register and vote. We mean in your circle, if they went against any laws that govern where you are, man, the overhead of your area or whatever you guys are, son, make a statement, say, please don't come outside today. Yeah, we meet to where we are until the election is over. We need peace. Why make you to jump from where you are to now to get among the people who are talking about way to cause embarrassment? And at the end of the day, other people, it was we put other people, sustain so in trouble because they were afraid. They got to leave. They got to find a way up. And even at the end of the day, you understand that those that were even in the queue or even whatever situation going on, they had to make their way home.
Right.
They refuse to come back to that particular center. It is not good. We hope that the National Elections Commission be able to take some serious action against this.
And let's be clear with this. Let's be clear with this.
It is very important.
Madam David Etta Brown Lasana, your magistrate in my Maryland County, has been complained of being compromised. And this is an allegation that calls for your intervention that will bring a prompt investigation.
Because
if there are some level of discrepancies, there's need that it be addressed for any reason, because like I said, too many complaints. I just gave you a scenario of district number 4. Mm-hmm. Now you have Maryland County District 2 that is on the spotlight of Anthony Williams, whom you pronounce in the lead.
Okay.
But there are complaints. But if for any reason that you have a complaint on your desk and you are ignoring, I think that is not good for the democracy that we all have for.
That's why the institution called on the Ministry of Internal Affairs to ensure, that the national symbols like the country devil are not used in elections to disrupt the entire electoral process. Mind you, the appearance of the country devil, as we understood, police staff, pull washer from different political parties, including net official. When the Friday say nobody will say to the better money about it. We'll say that. Yeah. So, you see, country devil or traditional devil coming. We'll say that. Who are you?
So that's why I said there are people who are not part of this exercise, and the reason why the traditional council said we suspending all of these practices is because they want for every Liberian who has reached the voting age to be able to participate freely without intimidation, without inducement,
harassment,
without harassment.
It is unfair.
So when you contravene the law, when you contravene or contradict the order of the traditional people, if you go on the contrary, there's need for some level of investigation.
Yeah, if you went to the process,
no one person should feel that they have exclusive authority on XYZ. No.
It is unfair. So our law says if you are dissatisfied with the tally of the procedure, the best thing to do is you inform the law. You challenge the process, and even by going to the law and what have you, but not to the traditional devil can just jump up from where they are.
They just come up.
It can be influenced.
Let's and from my own observation, I'm not saying things because I just want to speak. If care is not taken, because we will start talking again. What I'm looking at from the look of things, we talk here. There were some Liberians that listened, but there were some who didn't listen. And it's obvious that everyone would not listen to you. Even if you were the guest speaker here today, they brought you to speak for 4 hours, not all will listen to you. Some will be disturbing, some will not want to be attentive, some don't believe in your message, some believe that your message could be, if not divisive. I'm looking at the names that could surface at the legislature. The 55th legislature, if care is not taken, will be the worst. I'm saying this again. Yes. The 55th. Mm-hmm. If the 55th may be the worst. 077629 Please call. No, call your number.
0776
No, call yours.
764650 again 0776
Right.
764650 0775 80 90 37.
Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine, and good morning to your colleague. My name is Ochuku Oboswa. Ochuku. I called this morning to arm and force to your forces. Look, the NCA need to do the needful thing. Look, you cannot have a complaint on your deck as the election commission and then come up with a result. It is wrong on the electoral law when any candidate, for that matter, complain on your entity and you have that complaint on your desk, you must always investigate before you put out a result.
Sure.
So in a theory where you have a country double is not a national security.
No.
We have a national security that has to protect these processes. So if you have a country double, making people scared, it's a signal that this process in that terrain was not transparent. That there's a signal that person within that terrain was tampered with. So the National Election Commission need to be clear with us, because if you have the country double coming out at that process, at that movement, and they are taking over as national security, it is wrong. And when somebody file a complaint to you, election commission, you must look into the complaint before you can give a result.
Okay. Let me hold you there, Ojugo, and talk to this person. Please walk away from your monitor. I'll cut you and talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine, sir.
Good morning.
And good morning to Korries, Karngar, Chief. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Emmanuel Tosia, journalist conversation from this State.
Just hear you, man.
And what you're saying, sir, is worrisome. It's disheartening, it's frustrating, it's counterproductive to our democratic processes. And seeing a name that surfaces and leading the process and looking at the treatment of District 2 Maryland County, let me tell you something. The record are undisputed and the record are clear. Is consumer seems to be ambiguous. There are some ambiguous, but let me say this. We are getting intelligent. There are some behaviors of this. But look, the enterprise last summer, you were appointed by the Labrador people to do a particular work.
Right.
So you need to be very meticulous and you need to be very professional. You have a complaint on your desk on the People's Republic District number 2, and you need to do due diligence to that complaint. Investigation needs to be done. Since you have that complaint, you are here about 3 press conferences. You have not spoken to the issue. You remain silent. It tells me that it is worrisome. The party in question, the party will remain the face of the country. That is clear. Okay. We remain the face of the country.
Okay.
And we are into a major process. So I want to say to the National Election Commission, please intervene and intervene promptly.
Okay. Let me hold you there and talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much, Augustine and Korries. This is Pastor Davis from District number 6.
Let's hear you, Pastor.
Thank you so much. I think it's a national concern. And for me, I do not want to go into the politics of the day. I've heard a lot of people say giving people life. Of course, yes. I mean, we all want to witness that. But it should be done on a good and fair atmosphere. Mr. People have always been respected for his role. For me, I mean, I had the opportunity to speak with several of the lawmakers at the time in the people legislation, and they told me reasons why they didn't allow Mr. People to go on the body of vitamin speaker of legislation. And it's because of the selfless and the secondary leadership ability, right? So we all follow the elections in Maryland. I mean, maybe you don't know, but I was privileged to travel with the president doing his campaign tour in the Southeast. And I was there, and there were several complaints about the marriage rate in Maryland. Commission for conducting, an election, even though we understand that an election will not be 100% perfect. There are challenges, there are issues.
Right.
So this one involving Mr. Speaker, we think it is fair enough that the National Election Commission will see that they're looking to say, Augustine, you can have a conscious devil. You know the reason why the national, those here, all conscious devils and devil activities should be wiped out because of election. There are some of our people who are not qualified of some of these things, right?
Okay.
So if you have, if you have a sector, and then that sector of 40% being business up a country, there are obviously people who are not members of that society will have to flee.
Okay, let me hold you there and talk to this person, please. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning. This person who's still within Representative Kennedy Woki Dodo. Good morning. Good morning. Please walk away from your monitor.
Yeah, good morning. This is Joseph.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, I join you from Maryland.
Let's hear you, Justin.
Oh yeah, I did follow your show. It was a pleasure to be a part of it. Actually, what really happened in that place, it bothers me a lot. Seeing that the Meyer School have a case on a accident, announcing another person. That's a serious case you're going to be bringing around here.
Well, have you established as to whether the net magistrate has a case? If now the NEC has a case on their desk concerning Maryland District 2, have you been able to establish as to whether the commission has received any complaint?
You say what?
Have you been able to establish as to whether the commission has received any complaint?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And actually, those police centers that had a problem, to my honest opinion, it should be cancelled because such things are happening are very bad. Because today she announced another president. What if the Supreme Court come up with another ruling? That could be a very serious case around here.
Okay.
People want each other around here.
Okay. Let me hold you there and talk to this person on the line. Please walk away from the monitor. I will cut you off and take this person, please. We do not have. I will cut you and take this person. We're still waiting. Miss Woki Dodo. That just ended District 6. One of the representative candidates in District 6. As soon as we get signal from her. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning to your colleague in studio. This is Hilton Wulajeto.
Okay, hit on the Jiro. Let's hear you.
And I joined you from looking at this morning. Augustine, I listened to both of you analysis. You guys are 100% right. Even if Augustine, I can do election, there is those traditional parties should be a panel or they should be fought. But unfortunately, what has happened in Maryland, there's a we will carry again in Lima, there's a we will carry in Maryland. And it's quite unfortunate. So it is true, Augustine, there's a need that NEC addressed the issue and there was a rerun in Lima. So what happened to Maryland is one traditional marks or traditional devil took away ballot boxes. So at least so look at the National Election Commission will seriously address the issue.
Okay.
But if the devil go to a place and take 2 or 3 boxes, who knows where they carry it and what happened to those boxes?
Okay, thank you so kind. And of course, we are waiting, but we'll speak with Representative Clarence Guy as well from my GB District 5 as well. We hope to speak with him this morning. We'll take a few calls and just call your day on the second. We'll stay waiting for, the rain could be one of the reasons why, Representative Kennedy Woki Dodo has not arrived. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, let's hear you.
My name is
You coming in broken.
Let me change my location. I said my name is Newton Jar. Coming from People Sullivan District, Maryland County.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. I listened to you guys' analysis. As you may be aware, the art of the National Election Commission chairperson is the election magistrate assigned in various counties.
Right.
So I think if there is an issue that has to do with fraud or irregularity.
You there? Are you there? Hello? You coming broken. Just remain on the line, change your location small. Oh well, we can continue with this person. But I think we're getting signal of you my final call this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine. sir, and good morning to the person of Liberia.
Let's hear you.
My name is Abraham Political Mojo, and I call from the most talk about Bible in the morning.
Yes.
Let me appreciate you for your talking point this morning. I think it's human development story. Look, I want person who respect the National Election Commission, and we call on the National Election Commission. The result from district number 2 in Maryland counties. We want person who believe that before the campaign will start, the chief of the report of the bureau, Chief Dansan Kawad, he said that there will be no traditional practice. They suspend all traditional practice until after the general and presidential election. But unfortunately, we see our people from Maryland counties. We respect traditional. We're not going against traditional. But we see our people during the counting process. The poor countries level us and those people who are protecting the able vote of the dynamic people who respect the rule of law, who understand the constitution of the Poor Bureau, to see the poor countries level to intimidate the speakers and supporters, the coup shot. I think it's unfortunate. We're calling on the National Election Commission. Let them do recon. Let them do everything possible to protect our able peace. So I hope and pray to do honorable thing ensuring that we can save the great people of Maryland County, district number 2, Maryland County, because the respect and that the government of the very letting it speak up on 25 of the present. So we pray that they will do the honorable thing. Thank you for the opportunity. Together with the myself, we can make Mama Labra a better place.
Thank you. And he's our final call this morning right here on the segment Talk to Your Leaders on the Truth Breakfast Show. Thank you so kindly for your participation right here this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show. Of course, I got a signal that our guest is around the corner. Our guest will soon be here, and of course, but we also intend to speak this morning with Representative Clarence Gar of District 5, Mikey County, and of course, later on we'll bring on Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe. Matthew Fairplay Joe will be here. He takes on to later on, of course, that runs until later on this morning. Of course, 9:10 to bring you commercial, sports, a bit of entertainment until 9:15 this morning. The team from the Liberia Revenue Authority, the LRA, will be here as well. But let's take this brief break. When we come back, we bring you Representative Clarence Guide online. We have mobile phone here now. We'll bring you a brief discussion. He's one person who has been announced by the National Elections Commission, 100% result from my district number 5 in the lead. By the end of the day, those who have been announced lead in their various districts and counties, both senator and representative, will be pronounced official winners of those respective districts, and they will be certificated. That's one of the great movements that you won't love to miss. when lawmakers are certificated, when you go for the certification ceremony at the NEC headquarters, sometimes you say, wow, this is worth venturing into. But mind you, it's not just about this is worth venturing into. You must also muster the courage when the DV comes, because going into it, that's one thing. Emerging victorious is another thing. So let's bring you this commercial, and of course, we come back very shortly.
It's possible, anytime, anywhere. A way to make you smile from ears to ears. With Orange Money new broken fees, you can take off your own sekabagi and keeps you smiling. A smile that comes from the heart. A smile that keeps you ongoing. A smile that lasts forever. More smiles with Makabagi. Discover the Orange Money new broken tariff. Withdraw and transfer money to your loved ones now at less expensive fees and experience more advantage with Orange Money broken tariff.
Orange Money.
Raptor, fast speed internet, and follow data pass. I have no excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 40 for me and and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Router, fast speed internet, and 4-hour data pack. I have no excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run now to put it for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Here comes another joyful moment of celebration. No, it's not Christmas. It's that time of the year when the Liberia Revenue Authority honors and appreciates loyal taxpayers for their valuable commitments and meaningful contributions to revenue collection and the country's development. Yes, it's called the LRA Taxpayers Appreciation Week. This year's Taxpayers Appreciation Week is held under the theme, Pay Tax We All Enjoy. The celebration begins on Wednesday, December 7th, with the official launch of the LRA Foundation at the LRA headquarters in Painesville. Then comes the big occasion, the fiscal year 2020-2021 Taxpayers Awards Dinner. The event will take place on Thursday, December 8th at the
Joe, this thing needs to stop.
What thing you talking about?
Just the other day, Marcina was attacked on a road from her shop by some people.
Why?
Because people are here up to run for community chairperson.
I hear about it myself. Women are getting attacked for choosing to take part in politics. And you know, it's not only Marcina. The same thing happened to Sister Rita.
Which Orita?
From her district, and her supporters were attacked during the launch of their campaign. This is very wrong.
My people are very disappointed over the violence committed against women during this election period. Election is now war. It is an opportunity for us to exercise our constitutional rights and vote. Women have the right to run for office and take part in politics at the national and local levels as men. Do you know that Liberia also signed many international laws which stop violence against women? The Vawi Protocol also stops all forms of violence against women in elections. We need to be civil as we go to the poll come October 10, 2023. Women should be given the chance to run for office and elect their leaders. This is the democratic thing to do.
What is the Vawi protocol you're talking about?
Pasese, let me answer ya. Mama Saah, the Vawi protocol stands for violence against women in elections.
We men should help to promote the participation.
The Truth Breakfast Show right here on Truth 96.1, coming to you live from the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Of course, we do have Miss Woki Dolo, one of those persons who contested. I know she's smiling and left her call out. Let me put her call there. Miss Woki Dolo, she's here this morning. Of course, one of those persons who contested in the just ended election in District 6, Montserrat County. And of course, so we taking her briefly because she has stopped back to speak to her people in District 6. Why she stopped back to tell her people. She will tell this morning. So she's Dolo. Of course, I'd like to say good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Last time I came here as a candidate, and I've graduated. At least I'm coming back as a tail runner-up. So I came to order something.
Okay. Why you came to her place?
Oh yeah. Wow. We came to her place. Yeah. Yeah.
And you were running for first place, oh?
Absolutely. I mean, it's something you don't have control over.
Okay.
So you just give it your best, and whatever result that comes,
Okay.
you have to move on. And yeah. So
So, what have you come to tell your people?
oh well, I've come to give them my honors, appreciation, because had it not been the people of District 6, wouldn't have result to where we are. You know,
It's because of them
it's because of them, because we campaigned with them, we went to them, canvassing, asking them for their vote,
the district,
opposed the district, put a strong fight, saying that they wanted a woman.
And yeah,
in it.
we were
And yeah,
supported
we
by
were
all of them.
supported by all of
Nothing
them.
much you
So
can
nothing
do,
much you can do,
even though
they seems not to be happy because most communities speak of electoral fraud and all of that. But I mean, it's a story for another day. I just like, you know why? It's okay. It is well. Let's keep on for another journey. You know.
So I
So
want to say
I want to
thank
say
you to
thank
all
you
of
to
the
all of
52
the 52 communities within District 6. I could sit here and name everywhere,
You know, it's
but
impossible
you
because
know it's impossible because we
The
don't have
time a lot
enough
of you has
time.
been eating already.
So
I know,
so
I know. So I just want to say thank
all
you
of
to
those
all of
communities,
those communities, the
dwellers,
communities, dwellers, the chairmen, the
all the
cheerleaders,
high schools,
all the high schools, the teachers association. I mean, everybody within District 6, and
Oh,
even those who did
vote
not vote us but
supported
supported us morally, you know,
through
through social media by sharing all of our
flyers, our posts.
flyers, our posts. I want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of you, because you know election is meant for a tester, you know, to know if you are loved or you are hated. And us coming into this journey, a lot of things were received. You know, people insulted us publicly. Oh, who she think she is? She think a beauty pageant. She think a painting and bra. Imagine the earth spread who said politics was
Not for children
not for children like us. They assumed that we were children. They referenced us as kids.
and
And first time politician getting to such level. I mean,
I'm truly grateful.
I'm truly grateful
Cannot
to tell
fight
them that you cannot fight God's grace, and you are no one to speak negative onto a child that was
or sent by God,
or sent by God, you know, anointed by God.
Woe unto all of them.
So woe unto all of them who condemn us. We also want to appreciate them for condemning us as well, but
let them know that
just to let them know that their words are words of men, not words of God, because God knows what's best for any child that is born on earth. So yeah.
Are there new things that you learned from the Just End the Process?
Oh well, oh yeah, I learned a whole lot.
a new set of
A new
friends,
set of friends, a new, you know, the rejections. But I'll be honest that doing my canvassing, we didn't receive a lot of rejections. And one thing we learned was that out of the community, we got votes from out of the polling centers in District 6, not one polling center we did not get a vote. You know, that tells you that you are loved everywhere within your constituents, you know. So
I mean, we learn
I mean, we learned a whole lot. There are even communities we did not campaign, but we got votes from them.
it speaks so much.
So it speaks so much.
I was just pretty
You
much
know, I was just pretty much a pageant girl.
you know, how
Didn't know, you know, how politics would have accepted me. And now that we are into politics and we see the reception, how it's overwhelmed. I learned a whole new lesson, and this lesson is not something that should be temporary. It should be a lesson of consistency, because it's one of the things that we heard from the people. All these politicians, they just come to us and they don't go, but they don't come back after election. And I turned out to be one of those politicians. So upcoming week, we are going to all of our communities like we did for engagements. We are going back to appreciate all of them, to tell thank you, be it a voter or non-voter. We are going to thank everyone because we did that before election. It should be absolutely just what we did, you know. No, No, I mean, for example, we came to, now that I have come to Truth FM, it's another community. I'm going to go to another community just like that, So, I mean, at this point, you're just going to tell people thank you. You're just going to tell them thank you. It's not so much about the money, it's about gratitude. Yeah. Your presence means a lot to those people because you don't want to appear after 6 years in their faces or after 9 years. The sooner the better because it's often said when the iron is hard, that's the best time to press the clothes.
You've been able to call the lawmaker who is in the lead and congratulate him.
The honest truth, I don't have the lawmaker's number. I've never had
Really?
it. Yes. Yeah, I don't have the lawmaker number. There are
But you
few
intend,
candidates
if
number
I gave you the number, will you call him?
Oh, why not? I congratulated all of the winners on Facebook. He's not my enemy. I mean, whatever the case may be, we all have to accept. He never been a robber to me, and things happen. But at the end of the day, we move on. Yeah.
Okay. Now that elections are over,
Right.
even though you fought to be victorious, you didn't emerge.
I'm still victorious. I'm
Yeah,
still
but you will not be that
victorious.
person that will be certificated to represent the people at the
Not
legislature for the
not a
next.
problem. I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful. There's still time in our favor. I mean, I'm happy that did not put shame on the faces of my constituents, the faces of my supporters, and there are some people who got into the race and the name are not even called, and my name is called every time national election is giving results.
Your name is called that you
Boy,
as a participant.
what are you talking about? No. Participant, they will list all of the candidates. They always call the top 2 and the top 3. So I'm part of any names that
proud,
you
though you did not win, but you are
I am extremely proud, extremely grateful. This is the first time in this crisis for a woman to even ascend to that level. So yeah, it has given most of the women the zeal, the courage to push harder, and every young woman out there, especially coming from a world of entertainment where the condemnation is more than the encouragement. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Yeah.
Now that elections are over,
Uh-huh.
I guess you had a lot that you told the people that you would have done. If not, you would do. Will you still do them?
The honest truth was that we didn't make promise to anyone. Absolutely. All of our platform, everything you saw on our platforms are something that are realistic, and we just continue our good work. I spoke of that here, the Working Dodo Foundation and everything that we have been doing. So 2024, we have already completed our scholarship for 2023. So the next one is 2024, 2025. So nothing was promised, every promises that were made, it were fulfilled, and we coincided. So nobody gonna come to my door and say, oh, you promised us this, or you promised us that. We did not make any promise. But with that being said, despite no promises were made, we aren't stop, we're not gonna stop working with our people because our goal was to work with them. We want to have a inclusive environment. So that has been a goal. So wherever there's problem, if we can be able to solve those problems like we have been doing, we're still going to solve them.
During election time, there are people that you do not expect to say, I won't support you. And there are people that you don't expect that will even bring voice on you, indecent voice. Are you willing to reach out to them or accept apology? Because some may be coming by and say, oh, ma, if not sister, oh, my friend, whatever I said, I did not mean it, but it was political time. Sometimes people do this thing and say, in the name of politics, your arms open to accepting them.
Honestly, personally, I don't have, I don't know them. A lot of people, social media is open that anybody will just make sarcastic remarks and just move on. So not even part of my thought. I'm not even thinking about it. But coincidentally, if you at a point where I'm going to meet my people to appreciate them, I will appreciate all of you. I'm not going to distinguish as to who supported me, who did not support me, or who insulted me, who did not insult me. I'm not going to go that route. My goal is coming to your community because the chairman or chairlady will be informed that we are coming to appreciate the community. So I'm not looking for who voted for me, put in one side, who did not vote. No. I'm not gonna go that route. So I'm open if they want to apologize, that's fine. If it does not, it's not forced, and I'm not even bad. Yeah.
You are not moved as to what if somebody says some things about you that you never expected they will say.
Augustine, they put gas in my car. They pay any of my bills. You are entitled to your opinion. That's why being a sociologist, you don't hold people accountable for what they say because view is how you feel. That's how you feel. That's how you feel to express yourself. So it's not bothering me. I'm not bothered.
But this defeat not break you down wherein you might not want to come back in politics anymore. Or you say, let me just continue what I've been doing where I have been successful traveling around the world.
I'm still going to travel. I'm still going to do the working, the regular thing. Absolutely. I'm now a one-time politician. I'm now a by-election politician. We spoke of legacy, and the essence and the continuation of legacy is to keep going, to keep
Let
going.
me just take a few calls because we have Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe, who's on ground now. Let me take a few calls. Let me see who are those people that will say that she's just talking that team, hitting her. But I'm just kidding anyway. 077-629-6659. 077-629-6659. She's energetic. Yeah, I don't know. I can remember seeing some people who lost the election, the mood they were in, you could see the facial expression. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine Saah.
Good morning, let's hear you.
And let me say good morning to Sis Woki Dolo. This is the voice of Eric Taylor, and I phoned in from District 3 Mosfara County this morning.
Okay.
You know, let me say this, politics is not a raging fire where gunshots are exchanged instead of ideas.
Right.
It's an idea.
Oh, you coming in broke on, man. Let me talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, good morning. This is Abraham Green. I join you with GSA Road, District 6.
Abraham, let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah. You know, really, I want to appreciate the honorable in studio, one of our youngest honorable, Wogito, and I listen to her. I feel very impressed and I'm proud of her. Coming in a race for the very first time, and she was able to make that move. It is another encouragement, even though.
But she didn't contest the election to be third place. She contested to come number one.
Yeah, sure. You contest, you come number one, but there are sometimes, you know, if you go in a race and based on the level you reach, it gives you hope.
Okay.
You know, it gives you hope to come again another time and do more than what you've done.
Okay. Let me hold you there and talk to this person on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Okay, I'm Marcus Dogolia calling for Captain Tree Community.
Let's hear you, Marcus.
Okay, thank you very much for the platform this morning, and I also want to say thank you to the honorable in studio. She's my honorable, and I'm really motivated by what she said this morning.
Okay.
And I'm continuing to be with her and until the struggle reach to the level.
Okay, let me take this person, take one vote, screen that person, and just get a parting statement this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Augustine, and good morning to Miss Woki Dolo. This is Margaret Tingman. Yeah, I'm calling from station number 3, Mosfara County.
Mark, you sounding different. Since the pronouncement of the election results in your district, you sounding different. This is not how you used to sound on the radio. Yeah, you used to be so energetic. It seems to be you broken down. No, it's gonna be lingering too.
Congratulate my sister from Lima.
Okay.
And for the courage so far this morning, you know, to go through election is not something easy. It's very costly. Okay. And the strength you exert into the process to come out this morning on the radio, even though she didn't win, but she feels that she won the election by the fact that she went as far as going to third place, taking the third place in our district.
And I think you were how many persons? 16.
16.
Oh, I think you ready to Labrador Trophy. They were. Let me hold you, Mark, man. Talk to the last person on the line. You did. Good morning. Let me talk to this person. Good morning.
And I'm Reverend Willie.
Let's hear you, Reverend.
Yeah, I have a question for your guests. There are reports in circulation or on the social media that Yoki Dolo wants you to have naked yourself on Facebook.
Mama, who passed that thing long ago? They said, basically, he said that thing can't be talking. Who passed that thing long ago, man of God? I think he'll be talking about, yeah.
I mean, leave it a chance to come and question. I mean, right.
So let's get a party statement, yeah. where was he when they?
I know.
Yeah, man.
I know. Imagine the pastor is on Facebook to know what walking to the war.
They say Augustine. I saw Augustine on the beach. Was he in beach where?
Right.
Right.
So how does that even comply with politics? What does it have to do? And those are people. Those are some of the reason why we chose this path, because they have boxed us and feel like because of this we cannot do this. And when we venture into politics, to tell them that they have no control over someone's future, and your words does not mean it's God's will. It's God's will. So we dealt with it, and we thought it was over, and I know it's still going to circulate. And again, it's something that I said
let me squeeze in this man they call John Flomo. He always gives me halftime. Good morning.
Good morning, Chippy. How are you, sir? I appreciate Madam Wokedoro. I will be very much grateful to myself and to my family, because she was one of those that stood by me when I was fighting, and I really appreciate her for her female. That's somebody I've been marrying, and she's not one of, but she's my favorite from the one and up to now. So I really want to thank for at least for coming Ted. Can you imagine that? And I want to say thank you to the pastor who already gave me another movie script.
Right. Your Facebook. What money?
Mama, leave my pastor, man. What? You see, I'm so take John. You see, talking about part. Let me hear you.
Thank you to everyone, and thank you to John, and even the pastors. Like I said, thank you. But I said it before. My reign as Miss Liberia. Imagine had it not been a picture, he wouldn't have even got to know who is working. Though he got to know a picture. So again, I'm proud of those pictures that I took. Because of this picture, I represented Liberia to Miss World. I represented Liberia to South Africa, and I came home with a lot of achievements. They were the same people appreciating and acknowledging me. So I'm not
no regret for the situation you were in at that time.
Absolutely. There's absolutely no regrets. My children will come and say, I am proud. This is your mother before, this is your mother now, and it's up to you to live your life. I've never caused any trouble to say, oh, what he was involved into fraud, what he was involved into some crime, into anything. But if you're just going to judge me based on the clothes that I wear, I mean, like, where are you coming from?
On the person, but the person in the clothes.
Right. And they also ignore our positive side, but also want to, that's not even a negative side, but they want to consider that as a negativity. So all along, what you do, you don't know what you do, but you only emphasize on the clothes that you do wear.
Thank you so kindly. We'll find ample time where we'll sit here, and there will be some questions that will be asked, and then we will continue. Thank you so kindly.
Absolutely. Thank you to District 6. Thank you to all of our supporting partners, the UN Women, the Sister Aid. There are so many women, Cupwell, that brought us together to be able to groom us and make us sustainable women for Liberia. And at least we have been able to be accepted in the political dispensation of Liberia. So I'm grateful, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to the family, and I mean everyone. Thank you so much.
Representative candidate in the just ended District 6 election has been our guest right here. We'll take this break with this result from my DV, Etta Brown, Laksana, then Matthew Fairplay Joe, Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe. This time around, all the guys who are re-elected, they say one calling, we should say re-elected representative. So re-elected Representative Matthew Fairplay Joe will be here. It takes until later on. This morning we'll bring you our last segment will be LRA.
886 police cases of total of 99.93%. Appleton Junior Level WGDM was obtained 40,255 constituting 10.20%. Volker Joseph N. UP votes obtained 796,313, constituting 43.44%. Leah George Knight CBC votes obtained 803,674, constituting 43.84%. Brown J. Allen R. LRP votes obtained 15,599, constituting 0.85%. Cummings Alexander B. CPP votes obtained 29,611, constituting 1.62%. Freeman Simi CN NPC votes obtained 13,192, constituting 0.72%. Rondo Tiaronse LPP votes obtained 26,225, constituting 1.43%. Amara Senior CF Alpha votes obtained 35,977,
Well, indeed, I'd love to say welcome to the continuation of the program. The True Breakfast Show, it comes on every day for Monday to Fridays, and the Friday editions headed by Korries alongside Augustine. It's a humble pleasure at this point in time to announce to the citizens of Grand Bassa County and those who residing here in Moserado County, other counties, that we have in studio the representative who just won for another 6 years to spear the affairs of the Bassa people. Though you were elected, he defeated Gabriel Buchanan Smith, who spent 12 years in District 3 as a representative. And this is the same man who has won again for another 6 years. So now you're going to spend another 6 years. 6 is 12 years now. Let's see what they're going to go another 12, to match the record. Like normally say it's real, Manchester United, former hardworking player Cristiano Ronaldo to break that record. Or the Messi records of Barcelona, or Matthew Fabre Joyce, our guest. Honorable Joe, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Corey. And let me say good morning to our listeners in radio. More especially people from Grand Bassa County, to be precise, the people from the electoral district number 3, Commonwealth District, is in Buchanan City. I want to say good morning to every one of you. Corey, I'm glad to be here this morning.
Great. How is health, man? How is the district? How are you faring this morning?
Well, I'm doing pretty well, as you can see. The district is good. Our people are doing well, and we want to be grateful to the Almighty God that we are all alive at this time to be going through these these processes that has to do with election within our countries.
Your re-election, did you see it coming, or it come as a surprise to you?
Well, it was not a surprise to me. Corey, as a student, when you are school, and when the year is to an end, time to give report card. If you have been scoring other than 90 in class, you won't have any fear. You will know definitely that you're going to have your pass, to be promoted to the next class. So exactly that what happened to Honorable Matthew. Based on my good work in the district, all of those good things that we have been doing in the district to satisfy the needs of our people, did everything. Like I usually, usually say, when I come here, it's good that when you work with your people, things that you tell them that you will do. You as a leader, what make you to be a good leader is what you say. So based on our promises we made in the district, Corey, you are not a stranger. We executed all of those promises.
I think it was 5 in numbers. You talk about the school boards, you talk about the district development council, you talk about the market loan, and what have you. And when you want to, even down to the fairground rule.
Yeah, we did all of those things. We did the fairground rule, the district board, the market loan, the district office. it can even went beyond. And at the level of the legislature, this lawmaker was able to put for 4 bills that all 4 pass. One of those bills is now, functioning, and it's, it is impacting the lives of our people in Grand Basso and the Najama district. That one has to do with the education of our community. Today we have a full university in Grand Basso County. That bill was put for by me. And today our students, that graduate from high school, they are no longer coming to Moro for their tertiary education. They now remain in the county, and they have their full.
So on your symbol it's called the Grand Basso University now.
Yeah,
prior to back in the days, it was Grand Basso Community College. You not just apart from the promise you made back in 2017, but you were able to push some bill at the House of Representatives.
Sure.
And today, Basso is that district is highly political. I mean, you have some container in the district. I mean, have you received some calls for them to congratulate you so far?
Well, as we speak, none of them have called me. And I know that we do, because these people that rent in the district alongside with me, they are people who we all love our people. So I believe that they are just waiting for their own specific time to do that. Well, I know that they will do that because I convincingly beat them.
Like you did.
In 2017. I mean, the history just repeated itself, Corey. In 2017, I won with 13,360 votes. Constituted at the time 56%. Again, this election I won with 13,447 votes. So constituted 50.6% of the vote. So I believe that those guys that were with me in the race, they will come in and they will definitely congratulate me. Probably they are just trying to recover from that defeat.
Politically, what kind of a history you want to set? I mean, in Grand Basso County, especially District Number 3.
Well, I have always said that I want to be a leader that wants to come. I mean, if want to come, or leave office, I will leave a legacy that people will remember me for my hard work in that district. Because for the matter of fact, my family was born in Grand Basso County in that district. I grew up there. I lived there. All of my investment had been there. And so my family, all of my family lived there. So I want to be a leader that, that will actually carry on some, development. That those development, even if I'm not in power again tomorrow, when people see me in the street, they will be able to greet me and be able to tell me, thank you, for the good work. Even when people see my children in the street, they will also be able to tell them thank you. Because if I leave from power, I have nowhere else to live. I will live right back in that district. And I don't want to live there in shame. I don't want to live there with my hair back, in shame. So this is why you see I doing everything at my, at my best by the help of God, so that we will be able to deliver on behalf of the people. That we will be able to leave a legacy that our hand marks will be all over that district. You Korries tomorrow, when I'm not in power again, you will still want to tell me thank you, because when you are walking on the Fairground Road, you will say, we have one of our lawmakers here in Grand Basso County. It was because of him through advocacy. Today we have it. If you are working on the GBCC bridge, you will say, it was because of my through his advocacy, we have the GBCC bridge. Even if your child will be attending the Grand Basso University, that child will have a history that it was because of one of our leaders at the time. This is why we have university here today. So many of those developments is why we want to continue doing it next year and in time to come. And that's why our people look at my handwork. And last year March, yeah, they called me and they petitioned me. They said, Joe, based on your good work in the district, we can now.
Okay.
We want you to recontest, and we're going to stand by you, and you're going to serve us for the next year. So wow. And that petition program, Korries, you saw it for yourself. The youth tender, almost 20,000 people from that district tender in that petition program. That even cost my,
they were afraid.
Today, they were afraid. Today, the people, went to the body and they prove what they demonstrated during that petition program. They came in a huge numbers and they voted me.
Okay, now this going election, the campaign activities, did you make any campaign promise like you did the first time you participated?
Oh yes, and that is one good thing our people know me to be. Whenever I say things, I like to do that, and so people trust me for that. Like you already said, in 2017, I promised our people that when you vote me, we'll do the fairground rule. A lot of people who are not supporting all, they say no. Mafi Joe can't do it because we have a lot of leaders and they are not done there. Where is he coming from? But for sure, the people who believe in me at the time when they voted me, they have the fairground rule. Today, this campaign, we also told them that for Mafi Joe, and we're going to do the government hospital rule. And,
the government hospital rule.
The government hospital rule is one of the major roads in that district that our people actually, wanted to be paved because when the ambulance on a road, you have patients.
And that's a huge project. Now that road connecting from Topman Street, or where you going to start from? Because from
the Basel between the Basel and the demonstrator, and from the street M from Extra way there, so that why there will be done. All the way, and we are anticipating that road will go up to the Barry Way and come to the Open Bower Junction.
Okay, Open Junction Way.
So
and hit back on top of the street.
Of course. Okay. So when I talk about that road, when the president was coming to Buchanan for the launch, I also discussed it with the president of the Excellency, Dr. John Manawiya, and he embraced that idea and he said, "Oh, that's a good thing." So during the president program, so the president told the people of electoral district 3, say, "Your lawmaker had told me that you have two major concerns in the district. One has to do with the government hospital rule, and the second one has to do with electricity. Or if you people vote us, I can assure you that we're going to work together to have these two projects done in this district or in this county." And so the president did not just say that, but immediately he told the people, he said, "We're not waiting for election to finish before we start this project. But the road project is going to start immediately." And for sure, as we speak, the road project started. Korries. And for the electricity, the government is working on that. If you go today, the distribution line is on the way going to Buchanan. So the people, we are noted for talk and do like our people say.
That's a slogan.
The Excellency, Mafi Joe, and other candidate in Grand so candidate on the ticket of the coalition. The people want to be a talk and do that. So because of that, when we say things, the people believe in us. So the fairground rule, the government hospital rule, one that we told the people. Two, we also told our people, in 2017 that we're going to give the student bus. And the people believe in me. For that, they voted me, we bought the student bus. Today, that bus is serving our students in the district, not the student, but churches, and even spoke love of our football teams and other people. This one campaign again, I also told my people that the District Development Council and I have observed that the bus we have in the district cannot just serve the transportation issue in our district. So the additional bus will be added there. So we told our people, we promised them another additional bus. That upon our excellency, they're going to give the district. And
how is it one condition now? It's still functional?
The people come. Okay. A brand new bus that we bought is still functioning. Students carrying people at churches on conferences and all of those things. So we also promised the bus. We also promised additional women loan. The first time we get a loan for the women in the market, and the women in the community, they complain. They say, "But we all voted you on our Mafi Joe. So why you say that the loan you gave, you only give it to women in the market?" And I told them, I said, "Yeah, you people are talking true, but you'll be so this time around, we promised them, also that we will be able to give, about $5 million, in this time. This time is time. So we also told them that. We also told our students that we're going to increase our scholarship and we're going to build a library resource center upon the completion of our district office. That district office is almost completed. We're going to build a resource center there for our students to carry on their research purpose. And so that promise is also there. So these are some of the things that we told our people that we are going to do together, and in making sure that that district can move forward. There were other things that we talked about.
But these are the key, Okay.
Yeah, these are the key. So, And the people listened to me, and they went to the pool. This was October 10, and you saw the number of votes we acquired from on that process. So we are very much grateful. We want to say a friend. Thank you to the people of Electoral District 3, Grand Bassa Kande, for the love to show their son on Omafi Joe. And I want to also promise them that we're going to be committed in delivering to our people. We are going to be committed in serving them in every capacity. We are going to work with them in making sure that we all can move Grand Bassa County forward. So we want to say a very big thank you to the people of Grand Bassa County. We also want to say thanks to His Excellency Dr. John Wian for his, for his help, in the 6th year. Because it was because of him, many of those things we achieved them. So we want to also congratulate our president. We know the president, we one president who love the people of Grand Bassa County. Because when the people of Grand Bassa County request for something, and we go and knock on the door of the president and carry the message of the people, the president listen to us. Because the president believed to be a son of Grand Bassa County. Remember Korries, his mother from Riverside, from the same Bassa land. And so the president believed in the Bassa land. So you always providing the need for the people in Grand Bassa County. When the community college been king, when I came and told the president immediately, the president instructed the public works minister to do that community college is under construction. When I put for the bill for the university, when it reached the president did not waste no time. He signed that bill, into law.
So you get a close connection with the president at any time.
We'll talk about the fairground road. The president immediately instructed the public works minister at then, the late Mabutu, and that was paid. Again, the hospital road, the president had instructed it. And
you are getting instruction already.
Yeah, in the roster. And I told you, now with election
because you are using you are using maximum, you are making maximum use of your position at the house, because I'm told you serve as chair on public works at the House of Representatives. So you are using that, to be able to push your way to make sure that your priorities can be met. And the Fairground Road is one a huge project. I've been there. I'm from Bassa. I know the condition of that road. That's going to be a tough project for you, don't you?
Oh yes. Oh yes. So you see, so we have this president that actually loves his people. And that is why we told the people of Grand Bassa County that it would be necessary that, you people vote the Excellency Dr. John Wian, because he is your own. He is your son, your sister's son. So we have been yearning for president to come from Grand Bassa County. And today we have one who have come from Grand Bassa County. So what else? So this is, you see, the people of Grand Bassa County also voted the Excellency, and the president won Grand Bassa County.
So there's a need that, the issue of Bassa being on his agenda. But I'm told that there's a planned program for you today in the county. Let's hear what is unfolding there today.
Yes, I will be going in the county today, this afternoon, and our people are gearing up. The people of Electoral District 3 are gearing up to receive me, to have the victory march through the Principal Street of Buchanan. And that exactly what would be today. That would be the occasion today in Buchanan City. After that victory march, we will be planning a thank you in the program where the entire district will convert at the fairground. Then we will be telling a thank you, but that will be planned. It may be after our certification. That thank you. But this one is just to receive me right after the election. The people are not yet, seeing me for us to celebrate together. So they are waiting on me today. So I arrive in the country so that they can celebrate with me and do a victory.
Okay, that will be from Morava Junction.
From Morava Junction to our
district office. And the people are waiting for you already. What's the message going to be given up to them?
Well, the major thing there is that we are going to tell our people thank you, for this love they continue to show me, for voting me. We're going to be telling them thank you. That's a major thing. And we're also going to be encouraging them for the second round. This election may like people to run off. So we're going to be encouraging them that you are doing it for Onomafi Joe. And you also did it for the president in the first round, but it is not yet over. We may likely go for the runoff. We are only waiting for the National Election Commission to announce that. So we will be coming to you again shortly, like the president said, to be asking you, to mark for the developmental, president of our time, the Excellency, your son, Dr. John Manuel, that he will again win Grand Bassa County in a huge number like he did in the first round. Yes. So these messages, these are some of the messages that we are going to be giving our people and to encourage them to unite, that we'll all hold together and work together in making sure to move Grand Bassa County
Great.
forward.
To move Grand Bassa forward, District TD Representative-elect Matthew Joy is our guest here on the Truth Breakfast Show here this morning on Truth 96.1. Wherever you are, if you just join us, we will shortly open the phone lines, but can allow our guests, to speak to his people from the county, from the district there. And I know that actually earlier announced you talk about a program today in the county. Is a appreciation program that is playing already. He's making the way from here straight to Grand Bassa County to grace his occasion. Your dream, right after the 12 years of the survey, do you anticipate to push forward, or 12 years is okay for you?
Well, you see, in leadership, you as a person, you don't determine for yourself. Leadership comes from God. And God speak through the people. And it's the people who are the employer for us. So I would not tell you, Corey. That decision left with our people. If our people still find it necessary that Matthew Joe served them, and they called me, and they continue to call me, I think I will listen to them and I will continue to work.
Even if at the level of the Senate, if there's a petition for you to go as a senator of Bassa, you are prepared already because you're going to use some of your.
That would be the decision of the people. When we reach that bridge, then we will.
That have been the whole same back in the days. But what are the plans for? our disadvantaged youth in the country? Those that are under the influence of drugs. What are some plans for your office about them?
Well, you see, there's a program now ongoing on the angle of national government, and our disadvantaged youth, like you already said, some of them are going on a rehabilitation now. In Grand Bassa County, that program is there. And that you know the Jamokian, right? Yeah, the old Jamokian have been renovated, and it is being used now, where we have many of our disadvantaged youth there ongoing the rehabilitation process and going on a training. So this government is doing well. It's on the operation of this government. The government have contracted, a team or an institution to do that. So if you go to Jamakian today, many of those disadvantaged youth from Buchanan City, they are there. That program has been on for the past, I think, 2 or 3 months now.
Okay. Let's talk to the Bassa people shortly before we come to the end of the show. Bring our final guest in 0776 7646 0776 7646 0775 8090 37. Let me hear this person quickly on the line. Good morning to this person. Good morning. Wait, Jonathan, for your name.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you. Even though we don't support him, thank you so much. This is Grand Bassa County Wahala, my brother. So, yes, let me take this caller here this morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, Corey.
Good morning. No time, please. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Joe.
Good morning.
When I was voting for you, I didn't regret employing you because I know what you get ready to do. Especially you got a developmental mind.
Cool.
the roads and things that you build in big channels. So this time around, the message that we are taking out to the people is that the number of the president goes in Basel, I don't think it's much. But this time around, we're going to vote him massively because of the
Massively.
you guys have more money for the country.
Okay, your name, sir?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Chris Toby.
All right, Chris Toby, thank you so much, Chris. Let's take this person before we go to Honor with Joe. This person here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's say it quickly. Go on, Ben. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. No.
Thank you so much. Accommodation there. Thanks so much for your call this morning. We'll take one more, then we we just squeeze this one to begin. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how you felt? The main part, but that thing was the election is over, man. Joe, you respond to the callers here, please. There, in the parting comments, please go.
Yeah, okay. I want to say a very big thank you, and I want to say thanks to all of the callers. We see a lot of accommodation, and I just want to be appreciative to all of our callers, even people who just listening to the conversation, but they are not called. Also want to say a very big thank you to our last caller. He asked whether how I felt time when starting with through from the race, So to let you know is that Charlie is my sister. We are all Basel citizens, and she have her own reason for going for what she went for. For us, we were not planning or to celebrate for leaving the race because I had the belief strongly at the time that Charlie now women in Basel, and she was she knew. If you asked her, she would tell you she knew because I was somebody to actually be content with, because every time in the district when there's an opinion pool, I know I always beat you while marching, and all of the opinion pool, in the county, and even when she have a endorsement program, she thought I could not put her the normal or more than the normal she put her, but when now. When my people also called to endorse me, when she saw my number, it was and two of what she did. She knew that I was somebody that was a force that she had to contend with. So her leaving the race was not that we celebrated, or it was not that we were afraid, But I always told people that that was a very wise decision that she took to neither hide her face from from defeat. Because I would say that decision it was wise. Because if she was going to remain in the race and not be going to kill her political ambition. So by the route she went, it also gave her more courage and more leverage, in another race to come and perform well. But this one that she was wanted to enter in, she was not prepared for that. And she was she was definitely going to be defeated massively by me.
Thank you so much, Joe. Have a wonderful day in Grand Bassa County, and please drive with care. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Corey.
Yeah, for joining us this morning. Fairplay Joe has been our guest, representative elect Mosso, that's Grand Bassa County Electoral District number 3. Please stick tuned. We'll take Orange GSM message to be right back. Our next and final guest from the Liberia Revenue Authority coming shortly.
Mm-mm.
This question, allow us.
Fast-speed internet and followers data pack. I have no excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 4 for me and the family.
Get your own internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a plan for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters.
The Renaissance Communications Incorporated will broadcast to you from Dupont Row, outside of the nation's capital, Monrovia. In our lineup this morning, we said to you, in our last segment, we were going to have in studio, and of course we do have, the folks from the LRA. The LRA is the Liberia Revenue Authority. And of course, they are already seated. They are seated here now for us to commence this interview that runs until 10 o'clock this morning to say goodbye to you on the segment of the Friday edition of the True Breakfast Show. Of course, we will now go over to Studio B where they are seated. We have Clara Goba Harris, the Manager Tax Business Office, ARA, and of course, we also have the Senior Communications Officer in Daniel Accra. The two of them are here this morning. Good morning, folks.
Good morning. How are you this morning? It's a pleasure to be here and to be on the very popular
Indeed, thank you for coming. Apart from my listening to you over the years, this will be my first time. If not, it's my first time interviewing this morning, especially on.
Oh wow! Well, the pleasure is all mine.
Right. So let's go to you, Clara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay. Thank you for braving the storm, the rain. I know it hasn't been easy, especially our first set of guests. They all complain about the rain. But again, this is what we have signed up to doing. Of course, Daniel, again, you have come to talk about some programs at the LRA. Specifically, you have integrated some tax administration system. You care to tell us what is this system?
Okay, once again, good morning to everybody. Yeah, we're very happy to be here today. It's been quite a while since we had a team appearing on the radio, but it's very important to say that it hasn't stopped the work of the Liberia Revenue Authority throughout elections and after elections and before elections. We have been and we will continue to collect lawful revenue as it is our core function and our responsibility. So let's talk about LITAS for the benefit of the public. So LITAS is the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System. For LITAS, we were using another system that we use generally to process tax or to carry out tax processes and the rest of that. It was called SIGTAS, the Standard Integrated Tax Administration System. Reason for the transition is that SIGTAS was more of a manual system, and LITAS is now more of a digital system. As you know, the LRA has been striving over the years to digitize tax payment. Reason being that we think that it is important to make tax payment convenient for taxpayers, because generally and globally, we are never friends of the public. People do not want to pay taxes. People do not want to give their money to you, not because they're purchasing something from you, but because they're giving it to you and you're not going to give some back to them. So generally, that is the belief. And so in order to make it even more difficult, that you have to leave your office, come to LRA office, spend a couple of hours just to process your tax payment, or go to the bank and spend hours, we have been, coming up with new ideas, new measures to ensure that the system works better for everybody. So the LITAS system is designed in a way that, one, as a taxpayer, you can have your own tax account. Like you have a mobile money account where when you go to your bank account, you push and pull money, you have a balance, and whenever you spend, you know how much you have left. The LITAS system allows you as a taxpayer to do that. So if you have a business, for example, and you have 15 people employed, you have to pay withholding on their salaries. You renting the building you're using for your office, you have to pay your rental income. All of the different taxes that you have to pay will be consolidated in your tax account. So when you open your tax account and you log onto our LITAS platform, you see all the bills that you have to pay. You see which ones you've paid, you see which ones you've not paid, you see your tax account, you see your credit, and most importantly, the system will also be able to in real time generate receipts when you make payments. You'll be able to see that you've paid. It also enhances payment processing time. It reduces payment processing time. It also ensures that there's compliance level, because whatever you do, we'll be able to see it from where we
are. Now, the system you're talking about, will you have agents within the field? Man, I will have my smartphone and don't know how to open my account.
So here's the thing: it's not like interestingly, it's not like an app you can go and download, right? So for taxpayers at different levels, especially even now, it's mainly for large and medium taxpayers. So what we're doing with the LITAS system is we have some taxpayers. We have like a one-stop shop at our office. So for certain taxpayers who want the system to be put on their computers, on their laptops, so that they do the system from their office, they come, we run them through the process, we train them how to use it. For others who may not have the technical know-how, you come to the office, we still process you. The whole idea here is that you should have the option of carrying out your tax transaction at the time you want. You can remain wherever you are on this planet. Once you have the LITAS system on your machine, which we will have to be the ones to install. You don't get to download it from anywhere. You don't get to download it from anywhere. We have to put it on your machine. You'll be able to do all your tax transactions no matter where you are. So the idea is that we're now doing our best to see how we roll the system out to other counties.
That has to do with the decentralization
have,
aspect now.
Yes, we have existing tax business offices in the counties, in every county for that matter. And mostly our collectors in those counties will go out and do manual collection, do manual reports, and send these manual reports. Bring these manual reports to Monrovia, where Clara is the manager in charge of that, and then they have to report to her. But in this case, we're taking computers now, printers to these tax business offices. We install the system there. So we understand that people in rural areas may not have the technical knowledge to work with the system. But yeah, how it works. So when you come to the tax business office, we upload all your information. Our staff are being trained to upload the information on the system for you. Now, it enables you to say, here's my TIN number. I want to see how much I owe or how much I have to pay. And they will pull it up in the system for you. So you know, and you know when you're supposed to pay, because some of the payments are.
Would there be a late wherein if for instance you're supposed to pay around the 25th, if not on the 25th, would there be an alert?
So we send out text messages, but I'll come to that. Let me just complete what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, once you know your tax account, it's also important for the tax collector or the senior collector or the junior collector at the tax business office to make that entry. Now, when he makes that entry, he doesn't have to come to Monrovia again to bring a physical manual report to her, because when he makes the entry, she will see it in the system from Monrovia. So it reduces not just for the taxpayer, but also for the LRA staff. It reduces the turnaround time that you have to bring, your whole report to Monrovia. You come to Monrovia for other reasons, for operational meetings and other meetings. But if it's just to send information that the taxpayer has transacted with you, you don't have to pay that transportation to come to Monrovia. So it's convenient for both the taxpayer and also for the LRA.
Yeah,
and we also, for you to answer your question, send out regular text messages alert to say that we have due dates. We send out announcements to you all who are our partners to say that we have due dates for different kinds of tax, payments. So you, the taxpayer, you're aware that at so and so time or 2 days from now, you have to pay this tax.
Let's get to you, Madam Harris. You are the manager at the full tax office, LRA. You care to tell us in detail how different is this system from the old one?
Yeah, as my colleague, Mr. Ankra, just explained to you, the system is more efficient. It's like very much good for the time, because our collectors in the counties, they have to go from one location to another, travel through another counties to bring these manual reports. But assuming that as we are gradually migrating to the data system, to have this system in the different counties, it's going to be easy, because as they are doing the transaction data, the tax transactions with the taxpayers, here at HQ at the LRA head office, we'll be able to see these transactions clearly, real time. So by the time we reach at the time for the reporting period, we already have received the report electronically through the system. Unlike the manual process in which they have to travel all these long distances to get here. And by the time they get here, we at the head office process these reports to send it to the next office. It's time consuming.
Okay.
And that there's another office that is responsible for processing these manual reports. It's called return processing. So we take these reports and send them to return processing. Their staff will take that and manually input into the system. It's taking so much time. Sometimes you now have the real information for these TBOs. We call them TBOs because they are called the tax business offices in the counties. We have the real-time information at the end of the reporting period. Probably you get the information within the next 15 days of the new month. We believe that it shouldn't be like that. So with LITAS, it's going to be easy for us, all of us. And because the reporting process in a manual environment is taking some time, we always have some problem with some taxpayers that may want to have the tax clearance certificate. So if they come to HQ and they want to get tax clearance certificate, even though we are issuing them at the different TBOs, we're assuming that they want the electronic one, because as I said before, all our transactions at the TBOs in the 14 counties, they are manual. So if a taxpayer comes to HQ and applies for tax clearance certificate, sometimes when they log into the system, their tax payment or their tax record, they are not yet registered into the system because of the manual processing. But once we go and migrate into LETAS, it's automatic. As soon as you check, you'll find out that the taxpayer is compliant and they will be eligible to receive the tax clearance certificate.
Before we talked about Morovia, if Namoxirado is not Liberia, Daniel, how far have you been able to take this process in the counties?
So it's a gradual process. Computer systems and computer processes, take time to build. And as you go and taxpayers get adjusted, you have to make changes along the way. So last year, the first county other than Montserrat County was Grand Bassa County. First, the LRA with partners had to install a solar system at the Grand Bassa County tax business office, which is housed in a service center. Because if you run a computer system, the system runs with internet, and that means that the system will have to be on at least for 8 to 10 hours a day or more to ensure that whenever taxpayers come to do transaction, you can tell them that no LEC or the generator has gone off, because you need them to transact. That's the way we collect. So the solar panels have been installed at the tax business office in Grand Bassa County. Now, this ensures that I was part of the team that went to Grand Bassa. She was also part of the team that went to Bassa to do the first installation of LETAS. They already had computers there, but we took additional computers, we took printers, so you can be able to print out your tax information. Once you request, the staff there will do it for you. When you get to the service center, it is not about you having computer knowledge. No, it's just about you coming to the service center and telling them, this is my tax identification number, and I want to know X, Y, and Z information about my taxes, whether I need to pay and when I need to pay. And you want them to print it out for you, they will print it out for you. Now, one of the things that is key to highlight about the system, how it will work for people in the counties, is that most people have to come to central office to be able to get a tax identification number. With LETAS, you can be in Grand Bassa County, go to the service center, and they can enroll you as a new taxpayer on the system without you coming to Monroe.
Even people in the Leeward counties.
So Bassa, now you can be enrolled. Currently, the team is in Margibi County, and that is one of the key reasons why we're here. Because in Grand Bassa County, if you're a taxpayer or you want to be a taxpayer, you can just go to the service center. You don't have to come to Monrovia anymore to register to become a taxpayer. Free of charge, you go there at the service center. They take all of the information from you, they upload it to the system. Your team number is generated and is given to you on spot. There is no, go come out tomorrow.
And all is done to ease the burden on the customers.
Definitely. Yes. And taxpayers at all levels can transact at the tax business office now because of the LETAS system. Because initially it will be maybe only small taxpayers can go there, or only medium taxpayers can go there. But now taxpayers, large, medium, or small, can go to the tax business office. You can get a TIN number. If you have already registered with the Liberia Business Registry and you need to get a TIN number that matches your business, you do not have to come to Monrovia. You go to the Bassa tax business office. They will put everything in the system, and people in Monrovia can be able to see it in real time and know that, oh, we have 10 new taxpayers today that have been issued new tax identification numbers.
So
most importantly, before you come in, is that having tested the system outside of Monrovia for the first time in Grand Bassa County, the system has now been officially rolled out to Margibi County. In Margibi County, we have one TBO that is closer to the airport around the Marshall area, and we have another TBO in the Mincac City. So as we speak, people are being trained at our Marshall TBO. Next week, the team will be moving, and the team, I mean, she's included in the team, I'm included in the team. The team will be moving to Kakata to carry out further training for the staff there, because first thing first is we train the staff how to use the system. Now, after that, one staff from our IT department stays with the team for 30 days. And the reason why they're there is because any issues that the local staff at the tax business office will have with using the system, with interacting with taxpayers, they will be there to help them through the system, even though they've been trained already, but they will stay there and guide so that taxpayers don't come and like the tax officer himself now know how to use the system. So he's struggling and then it becomes a for the taxpayer. So one staff remains there for at least 30 days to ensure that that entire process is smooth and people can easily transact. Now, what this will do for people in Margibi County is that no matter what category of business you represent, you can now go to the tax business office in either Marshall or the one in Kakata and transact. If you're a new taxpayer, you can go there and get your tax identification number without having to come to Monrovia. Before now, wherever you are in this country, you will have to travel to LRA office just to get your tax identification number that will tell the entire Liberia that this person is a taxpayer. Now, in Bassa and in Margibi County, that problem has been eliminated. And it's a slow rollout because it is very cost intensive. At Bassa, we have solar panel running to keep the system on live for taxpayers. In Margibi now, we have solar panel system running, aside from city power or generator as backup to keep the system running, because the system is internet-based, it's computer-based, and it has to keep running. Power needs to be on, so it's cost intensive. I know the next question,
and that's what I'm asking
when
for.
you go into other counties,
right? Like because you have places that Bon County, you have
sure.
you have Nimba, populated counties now. So and you.
So it's a slow process. Then let me tell you something.
Because I heard you talking about being cost intensive.
When you're rolling out these systems, my brother, it is very cost intensive. The human capital too is there. You have to have the experts. Now, the experts are working in Monrovia and across the counties. So they have to plan a schedule that works for everybody. So when they come, they're able to spend enough time treating properly. It is not a, I would say, not a hurry bush transfer situation. Now, it's better to test in areas where the population is smaller. Then you can be able to fix any problems that will come in the initial stages. Because when you move to counties like Bong, like Nimba, like Lofa, you're dealing with a huge volume of people. And at that point, that is not the point where you're doing try and error. That is the point where you are effecting the system to work for taxpayers. Because at the end of the day, these taxes are what we use to run elections, for example. These are the taxes we use to fund hospitals, schools, and the rest of it. So we must design new ways to be able to do that. And that is why from the level of the Commissioner General to his deputies and everyone to our Commissioner for Domestic Tax, it is an everyday thing that we must do and create new avenues and new ways to make tax payment convenient, easy for taxpayers, so that when they pay, it benefits.
Let's look at the feedback from Grand Bassa where you started. You have already had it. You have it. Let's look at the feedback, because you listen to Blackburn tell you the other system how the other system they put on bring by a real difficult. What's the feedback like?
Okay, let me speak to that. When we roll over this system into Grand Bassa, it was in January of this year. To be really honest, as you start something newly, there are challenges, and so we were challenged. Our team at Grand Bassa County, they were just working in the system, and taxpayers were not used to that. The taxpayers are already used to their manual processing. They come and just pay the tax. When you pay the tax, you get the receipt, and the taxpayer goes. But this time, you have to ask the taxpayer to please give you like 5 minutes to sit, or 5 or 10 minutes. You'll process it into the system. And sometimes there were some challenges with computer, the internet, but all those challenges were resolved. Right now, I can tell you that it's working smoothly in Grand Bassa County. The taxpayers are happy and everyone is happy. So similarly, we are just coming into Margibi. Like I told you, we have our team currently going through training in Marshall. And then by next week, we'll be in Kakata doing the same. And gradually, we'll roll over to Bon County. From there, we'll go to Ganta, Nima County, and Lofa as well. But the intensive, it's cost intensive. Management is doing her best to try. We're trying everything. So we want to just inform our taxpayers out there in the 14 counties that eventually we'll get there. We get there, we have leaders functioning well, and then our taxpayers, they will be able to process their tax payment manually, because remotely you can do it as he told you. Once you have this leaders, program stored on your computer, and the taxpayer will have them coming periodically to go through the training with leaders, how they can be able to open their accounts, to access their accounts, to review their accounts and everything. Once we get there, everything's going to be fine. We have people training our taxpayers as well as our tax collectors or our tax revenue staff will be there to make things easy for our taxpayers, because as far as we are concerned in the LRA, our taxpayers are customers and they deserve to be treated correctly with respect.
I'll be thinking where your haircut off. You didn't start the project yet, but you go on to the counters.
No.
It's here. It's in Monserrate.
Okay. So the project was launched in Monserrate County first, at our head office. Initially, when we started with LITAS, only large taxpayers were enrolled onto the system, and large taxpayers are approximately around 400 to 500 taxpayers. Only large taxpayers were enrolled on the system, because at the time we realized that they had the most sophistication to be able to learn the system and use it. So we started with large taxpayers. We had series of trainings. Series of trainings. They sent, because most of them will actually operate through tax practitioners. That those are people who come in and carry out tax functions for them on their behalf. So we call these people for trainings. They send their office, their accountants for training. We train them. Even now, whenever they have issues, we always make ourselves available. We have, if you've been to LRA building, we have on the ground floor the conference rooms that we've turned more into like a one-stop shop. So taxpayers come every day. You go there now, you will see our technical team sitting with the taxpayer. People come with their laptops. People come with, they send their staff in and say, my staff is not understanding how to navigate the system in this way. You send them, they come, they spend the rest of the day with us, 1 2 hours, 30 minutes. We train our staff and the person goes. Because at the end of the day, we want to decongest our central office. Before now, everybody had to be coming to LRA. The banking hall where people pay will be overcrowded with people. I mean, the traffic of people to the building was so much. And it was even streamers. Somebody have to pay their way, leave their office, come and think they're going to spend 30 minutes, and they come, they have to spend 1 2 hours because of the volume of people. And sometimes the whole day. But nowadays, you go to our banking hall, you see 10, 15, 20 persons sitting there, and in an hour's time, all of these people are going back to their businesses. Most people even prefer to pay online and get their electronic receipts.
Yes. And I'm still concerned about this issue of decentralization, because I guess you decentralizing it because you want to ease the burden. You talked about a center around the airport and another one maybe in Kakata City. Will you train people?
So if I may, these are not new centers.
They are all
new offices. These are offices that were existing way from the beginning or from the start of the
and so there are people who might not have the time to say, oh, my business, even if I close it 1 minute, it can be easy. So they might not have the time to go to these centers. Would there be agents at a certain point in time wherein they can even visit the business centers where sit and just plug in whatever they're supposed to do?
Yes. As a matter of fact, most of our revenue agents or our tax collectors, they go to the businesses.
Okay.
They walk to the taxpayers. We don't have that environment where the taxpayers usually walk
because
to come to the office to pay. Yeah, so we have the record there. We have there, for example, the 4% presumptive income tax that they pay every quarter. So when the time comes, our tax collector will go to the businesses, check record, and then the taxpayer, if they are ready to pay right there, we serve them the bill. So we most of the time we are doing the walking. Our tax collectors are going from one point to the other to engage the taxpayers. We realize that the businessman will not close, as you said, he will not close his shop to come where to LRA office in the county and sit in a queue to wait to be served. So our tax collectors will divide them into tax zones, different tax zones within the counties. So each tax collector has his or her own zone, and they are responsible for the taxpayers within those zones. So they go there and they liaise with the taxpayers. We have this partnership. We have the partnership with our taxpayers. We are not there going to enforce or to force them to pay their taxes. With this, there is mutual understanding and respect. They know when to pay, which tax is expected at this time, and how to pay it. So all they need to do, sometimes the taxpayer will just call say, oh, I'm ready to receive my bill or to pay my tax. Can you please come over at my business center? And then our collector,
Daniel,
it's just as easy and convenient.
Daniel, to
as
what
that.
extent this new system will help in generating more revenue?
So before we talk about the extent, to add to what she was saying, so it has been a normal routine that they will go out in the field, the tax collectors and the tax agents in the county, they will go out in the field. They will go to businesses, not just businesses, but also people with real estate properties. So they collect different kinds of taxes. They are there as a one-stop shop for all the different kinds of taxes that should be could be collected. So when they come back to their office, they take their time, they do their reports, they mark in who all paid today, who all did not pay, who all didn't follow up on. Those are the kinds of reports that they will do manually. And then at the end of the week or at the end of the month, you have to come to Monrovia and submit that report to her office as the manager in charge. You know, all of the tax business offices in the county. Now, what the new system is doing now is that they will still go out in the field, but this time around when they come, they're not going to take pen and paper and start writing. They're going to make the entries into the system directly. So as they're doing that, she can be in Monrovia and see that collector A in Basso has uploaded 10% information today. 5% paid this tax, 4% paid that tax, and she's able to see that in real time. That is what it's going to do. So it reduces the turnaround time. It tells us, and we're able to make real-time revenue projections on how much will be collecting, because he doesn't have to wait till the end of the week to come to Monrovia. No, he can do that in a day, and she can project that if he's making $2,000 a day, we can project that by the end of the week, he would have made $7,000 or he would have made $10,000. So coming to the issue of how it enhances revenue collection, let me tell you, no revenue authority thrives or collects money if they are not innovative about the way they do it. That is a global thing. Now, at the LRA, in a country like Liberia, a lot of people are now moving to digital systems. Everybody got smartphones. Everybody is on Facebook. Everybody is on the social media. We're also finding new ways. That is why today you can receive your tax clearances online. That is why today people in the counties can pay their taxes through mobile money. That is why today you can, instead of going to the bank to do manager's check and stand there for 5 hours, you can pay electronically. That is why we even created a tax card. So you put your money on it and you pay through POS. That is why we are creating all of these different ways through which you can pay or you can process. So as a result of that, you don't have to come to LRA. And what that does is, one, if somebody is bringing $10,000 to pay every time they have to spend 5 to 6 hours to do that, it will take them a longer time to bring that.
And sometimes they might even enter into
it. Sometimes they might even bring it at all. And if we don't follow up well, if their benefit. But now if he can do it in his office and as he is doing it, we can see it. It helps to know that the man is supposed to pay this and he has paid this. But another thing it does is it brings transparency into the process, because if collector A comes and say and put in a system that you pay 2,000 and you did not pay 2,000, one day you just randomly walk to the tax business office and say, I want to see my tax account to know X, Y, and Z, and please print the information for me. And when he prints the information and give it to you, you realize that you gave him 2,000, but you see that for that particular tax, he only enter 1,500 into the system. You have a right to question. So all of these things, it raises revenue, it speeds up revenue projection, because in real time, we can say that in the next year, we'll raise X, Y, and Z $1 million because we know how much is coming per day.
On the projection.
So it gives us more accurate projections as to what we're able to raise. That is why you see the LRA has consistently over the years, even during the period of COVID, continued to raise more revenue, because time over time, our systems are helping us to have more accurate projections as to what we can raise in a certain period and how much we can raise in a certain period.
Now, just before we go to the last, and I give the opportunity to our listening public, with this system, because there will be a time where someone may have issue and They say, oh, I got my receipt, but I went for some kind of green left from ARA to give me so that I will carry to this business center to start operating or to this company to get 1 or 2 cents. But ARA is telling me that I can't get clearance. When you carry your information, they put it into the system. For instance, I'm in Margibi County, and I went to the center at the RIA, or if not Smell, this where it is situated. They enter my information. They will still give me receipt.
No, so they don't give you receipt for entering your information. Receipt come from payment.
Okay.
So receipts only come for payment. Now, it's in real time. You can even sit right beside the tax officer as he's entering, because he has to get your name right. He has to get your tax identification number right. Basic information about you. Once it's already into the system, he only has to enter it. If you want to be sure that he entered the information, you can ask him to print information, or you can look at the laptop screen and say, look at the information, look at the money you paid, and it's good for you to ask.
So the system is built in a way where it cannot be tampered with. Once the information is placed, that is there.
So you know the thing about system, they have user levels. So if my job is only to make entry into the system, they use the administrator at central office is only to give me the right to enter.
And you can't take anything from there.
So no, I can enter information. I can't even edit the information I've entered. So when I'm entering the information, I have to make sure that I'm entering the right information. If there's any issue, I have to report to central office that I mistakenly putting this to the system. They will have to verify from the person's manual receipt, because at the end of the day, these things are important for check and balances. These are people's monies. These are people hard-earned money. Somebody work hard for their business and they have to pay tax, and somebody go and make mistake in the system, and then we have to issue you a bill tomorrow and say you did not pay all your tax. It is unfair to the citizen. So we have to be very meticulous about how we do this. And let me tell you one thing about the verifier. At LRA, our system also, and people like Clara who are managers know that they have apps and softwares on their machines that they can use to verify receipts. So if somebody issue you a receipt in a field, and you not show that the receipt is a genuine LRA receipt, but you see LRA logo or something on the receipt, you have a right to go to the TBO and put that receipt number.
The number.
Put in the name. They put it into the system. If it's a valid receipt, the electronic copy will pop up. If it's not a valid receipt, nothing will show.
0776296659, 0776296659. We have a team from the Liberia Revenue Authority. They're talking about a new system that they've brought for you to ease the difficulties you pass through in paying your taxes. 0776296659. Let's go to this person right there on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine. Good morning to your studio guest. Good morning, Liberia.
That's the chief.
My name is Gompa Usondola, calling from the Mumbai Belt. My question is, what is indication or indicator for the system going to a county? Is it based on the volume of revenue from such county or because of the distance? That's my question.
Okay, they wrote down. I guess they wrote down. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Augustine.
Good morning.
Your studio guest. Being Jala and I call from the Mumbai Education District.
Okay.
Augustine, I want for the studio guests to address the issue that have to do with tax withholding by schools.
Okay.
We are having problem with that because most of the teachers are not ready accepting the fact that the school should hold certain percentage of their salary. So it causes serious problem.
Yeah, but
we need more education only.
Okay.
We need the LRA to educate the teachers about the tax withholding. Not only the school administration, because we are facing major problem with that.
Okay.
So let them address that, please.
All right. So let me hold you there. Okay, we'll talk to the person 0776296659. So as we would call you, listen to the two questions. Number one, the guy talked about from your indicator, whether you doing it based on counties that you getting more revenue for. But let me talk to this person. I just shut it down. So we,
yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief.
I want to know why you're not registered for a longer time. You can still be registered right now.
Yeah, did I get you clear?
I want to know why if you buy your land, you're not registered your deed. They can still be registered now.
Okay.
Or we anything you can go to register your deed.
Okay. You go buy your land, you get your land deed. Good morning. Good morning. Don't hold the line, please. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, you listen to about 4. Let me talk to this person. This person right here on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Daniel Snow and I call you from District 2.
Go ahead, Chief.
I want to ask your studio guest there, will there be any tax return in this country as we pay taxes? Will there be any return? Thank you very much.
Will there be or whether there is a tax return? Okay.
We got it. We got a question.
Okay. We'll take about 2 and we get to our studio guys 0776296659. You paying your taxes. The people here this morning, they have said a lot. They brought a system wherein you if you live in Riverside or you live in Bon County, they brought a system where you now say, oh, I want to pay my taxes, but because of the distance. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm the most event calling from a Todi resident.
Todi, okay.
Todi. My concern is drawing on a farmer tax savings.
Okay.
I'm a farmer. I make business with 5 people. But every time I deliver my roll, it's 4% government tax. I didn't get that. How can I verify that?
Okay. Let me take this lacquer. Good morning.
Good morning, Augustine.
Good morning.
Good morning to your studio guests. This is Ojuku. I called this morning to appreciate them for the new idea and for decentralizing the tax payment processes. I think it is important for our country. You see, one thing they need to do, it requires jingles, it requires publicity, that our people will be in the know of the offices so that they can be able to pay that tax. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wait a minute, doing publicity already. But Daniel, you listen to the course, right?
Sure. So there are lots of concerns, and we'll do our best to address them because I see we don't have the luxury of time. On the issue of indicator of counties, so first thing first is you want to start with counties. It's not necessarily because of the population, but you want to start with counties that are closer to you. The reason is because you can easily move back and forth because it's a new system and it's not new at HQ, but to the counties that we're rolling them out, they're new. Even for our officers and our tax agents, the system is new for them. So you have to be in a position where they're closer to HQ. Bassa and Markibi counties are 1 to 2 hours drive away from Monrovia. So it helps us to be able to move and make an adjustment, even though we have a resident staff there, to make adjustments, to change systems, to change computers, to change printers, to make all of the to ensure that the technical details are right. Like I said earlier, when you start to move to further areas where it is an issue today, it will take 2 days for a technician to come in. By that time, the staff there should be equipped, and you should not be testing anymore. You should be into full operations. So it's not about the population, but it's about doing, in Liberia, we let it do things small. Right. We let it go to a big when it becomes a problem, then we come back to the drawing board to understand what happened. We're saying no. We're taking it in the reverse. Let us start small, start with counties that are closer to us. Let's get it right. By the time we start going to counties with bigger population and farther distances, we would have adjusted all of the small problems. There will always be problems, but those major issues would have been addressed. Our staff would have been trained properly, and we can be able to easily administer, taxation.
The next question from my drug zone.
Well, the issue we're holding for schools. I can speak to that.
Okay.
Let us be clear that we have firstly a whole section of whole division called NGO and non-for-profit. They deal with schools and non-governmental organizations. We have had concerns. Just the other day, a teacher called me and they are requesting us to go and do tax awareness with them because they don't understand how much the school is supposed to deduct from them as percentage for withholding taxes.
Wow.
So I would like to encourage the gentleman that called, if you can maybe come to the LRA office, you can ask for Daniel Ankara, you can ask for Madam Clara, Koba Harris, or just come and say, I came from this school. You know, the thing about our taxpayer services division is, you know, just like they say the code can go to look for cases. For us, we can go and look for cases. But people also come to us and say, my teachers are not understanding why I'm deducting money from their salaries, and I want you to come and please educate them. Then we set a time, we make an arrangement, we come to you. Don't worry, you don't have to come to us. It is our job to explain to you until you understand, no matter how many times you want it. So I'm appealing to you. All you have to do is, you can come to the office and let us know. You can even go to any of our TBOs and request any of our numbers from the team there. They will link you with somebody from HQ, and we'll also link you with our taxpayer services division. They do these kinds of trainings. They do these kinds of awareness. We'll be there with them to help you. So it's no problem. When teachers have issues why you're deducting certain monies from them, we've been to the military. We've had tax engagement with the military to understand how much they got from their salary for taxes. We've been to schools. We've been to universities. We've been to churches. We've been to different institutions. We've been to embassies. We've been to hotels to explain to their staff why the people deducting a certain amount of money from your salary as tax. So we encourage you to please come forward, and we'll do our best to proceed.
Yeah. In addition to what he's saying, we call those engagements task clinics.
Yeah.
That's how we call them. Task clinics. That you go to the clinic for treatment or something. So during those times, once you engage our office, we have different tax divisions that are responsible for specific taxes. Like, for example, the real estate, they have a division, the people that are responsible for that to give you their education. Well, as that said, you come to the office and there's a taxpayer service division. They will arrange these tax clinics for your school, like this guy for the school. We have a particular division that is responsible with school specifically. So they will come to you to meet you and your teacher, and they will explain to them why they are paying withholding on what, and give them those necessary education that is needed for them to understand. Because to be ready, Frank, to pay taxes is kind of painful. It's a deduction to your income, but you got to get a clearer understanding and know why you should be paying these taxes. And let me make it clear here: it is our fiduciary responsibility under the law to pay taxes where it is necessary. So once somebody has the adequate education, that person will waiting to pay their taxes. You don't have to force them to do it, because the person know that as a person within the Republic of Liberia, the law requires that I should pay taxes on my property. So that takes me to the next question, where the taxpayer was asking about deed registration.
Right, deed registration.
Yes, in the Liberian Revenue Code, there's a provision there in section 2. Yeah, there's a provision there that anybody who owns any property, they should pay taxes on the property. And then the property, they are classified as land and building. So that's fits into his question when he talked about his land. So as you acquire a property, the law says that you should register the property with the revenue.
So the way people can come to Hippo now, you can see people cornerstones all planted. You go to ask as to who get the land, why they not paying taxes?
We have a team from the real estate that does that. They go around, the team will do that. But most of the time, we encourage people who own properties to come to the office.
Be fair enough.
And then it's called filing your schedule for your property. They come with their relevant document, their legal documents, and then they register their property. Now, here is the advantage before we go there. The advantage here is somebody else may be encroaching on that property. That's the property that you bought. And there's somebody else claiming to say the property is theirs. And if you have to turn up in court, the first question the court will be asking, who has been paying taxes on this property? And as the judge or whoever the lawyers go into it, the person that has been paying taxes may be having more advantage than you, who say you own the property and you never pay any tax.
You just buy the land and left it undeveloped.
Just quickly, the last two concerns.
Just quickly,
the
please.
issue with the farmer and the guy who called from Firestone. Let me say to him quickly that the LRA has entered a MOU with the National Rural Farmers Association, and the reason for that MOU was to ensure that they are registered, because when Firestone does a deduction from when they do the rubber transaction with Firestone, and the deduction is done, it's a form of them paying taxes to the government, but it is recorded as Firestone has paid tax on this. So as a result of that, when they register into the system, that that credit can also be attributed to them.
Okay.
So if you're in Firestone area, you can either go to you can go even this morning to our Marshall TBO. The team is there training the staff. You can go there. They will register you now. They will enroll you as a taxpayer, and that credit can also come to you. And finally, the issue with tax return. Sorry, please, only you give me 2 minutes. Tax return is a serious issue. There's no day we come on air, people don't ask about tax return. But let me answer that question quickly. People, and I always will say this, people in the United States, and I've been very specific with America, when we want money from them, Christmas coming, they will tell you, oh, when I file for my tax return and when the people give my money back, I will send you something for Christmas. What they don't tell you is that when you file for tax return in any country on this earth, there are 3 things that can happen. One is determined that you have paid more taxes than you should have paid, so they will calculate and give you the difference for that period. 2, it's possible that you pay all your taxes for the period and you did not pay $1 over, so they cannot give you anything back because you did not pay anything over. The last and most interesting one that they do not say is that when you file for your tax return and they calculate for the year, it's determined that you did not meet up your tax obligation. Instead of them sending you money, they will send you a bill to pay the remaining taxes that you did not pay for the period, else they will fine you.
Wow.
So tax return is not a carte blanche that once you pay taxes, they will give you money back. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to firstly file for tax return to say, I want tax return for the year because
and you got that system in place. Okay.
Yes. And the tax, and as LRA, will go through your records. And if your system is in, the first thing we do is, if you overpay, we give you tax credit for the next year. That means that we carry your balance.
We gotta go. Right.
But in this case, people always think that once you pay tax, you will get tax return. It doesn't work that way. You have to file before you get it. So thank you to everybody. We encourage us. We're rolling out our systems. So we've done it in Basso. It's working. It's now in Margibi County. Our staff are being trained, and the Liberia Integrated Tax Administration System is here for Liberians. You can take advantage of it because services we offer in Monrovia, electronic services we now offer in Monrovia are being offered in Basso and are being offered in Margibi County. So you do not have to come to Monrovia to do simple things that you can do because we'll be able to see it in our system in real time. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly, Daniel Ankra, and of course, Madam Clara Goba Harris. They've been here this morning from the Liberia Revenue Authority. On the last segment of the True Breakfast Show, it has been Augustine Saah and Korries Karngar edition of the True Breakfast Show. It takes weekend break. Thank you so kindly for your listening role. Do have a pleasant weekend.